We'll talk about a good post-plant position. He's already getting into CT heaven just like that. Two players coming in from Old Bomb, Tarek and Cutler grabbing some quick frags from that position. JDM, he's pushed through that smoke. Fugly from ladder going to be brought down by Hazed, and Tarek is there as well. So, well, those post-plant positions, they did fall apart rather quickly.
Yeah, we see Tarek picking up 3 frags from him. We know he's one of the best fraggers in NA right now. Like, I haven't actually cast that much from his, just everyone's telling me he's just a crazy, mad fragger. Picks up 3 frags in the pistol round, and that's a really good start for CLG. Like, this isn't their map, and picking up the pistol round and getting this early momentum. We saw that teams like Navi, they will force battle this round all day long. And when you get the bomb down, you have to make that decision. Do you go for the AKs next round, or do you try and force it out quite quickly when you know they're going to have weak economy? And go for the Tech 9 armors. How do you see this one go now? Well, from NA teams you've cast in the past, what's the kind of meta for them right now?
I mean, like you said, you compared it and contrasted to the technical play that you noticed from Europe. Like, NA teams will have that on a few maps, but when it comes down to like a broader map pool, it becomes kind of scrimmy, kind of puggy.
I can see Adren has gone for the Tech 9 armor.
Adren's already Tech 9 armored up. The rest of the team now starting to follow suit.
I don't like this.
Nitro.
I don't like it one bit.
You don't like the force buy from the
I think when you get a bomb down in the pistol, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Especially when you're not as good as teams like Navi. Like, teams like Navi can rely on these things. They're so unbelievably good aimers. But the fact that to be fair, CLG have actually done this very well. They're aware this might happen. So they've gone for the... This is what VP did so well. They utilize the SMGs and rifles together. It's more like a hybrid. So you get the SMGs very close up on the choke points where they're going to be pouring into you. So you get pinged at the P90 sat there. And then you have the rifles to back you up in the further positions. When you give them the call, they can come and rotate quickly. And you see, like, the Liquid are going to send all 5 men towards the inside bomb site. Whether they go towards Pop Dog is yet to be seen. But it looks like it's going to be a full-on inside push here. So they're not going to go straight into the bomb site. They're going to slow it right down. Just seeing what's available to them. They've yet to get any information. It looks like they've actually got some smokes lined up as well to kind of give them an advantage when they make their way into the bomb site.
This is a nice setup, though, from CLG. They got Hazed way back in Z with that rifle and very close into the site behind those kind of spools that have been added to the map. Is JDM with the P90 just ready to get a ton of frags right now, and there he doesn't get any. Elige brings it down with the Tech 9. Hazed finds Elige, and that one was from distance. So bomb to go down, and it's up to CLG now retaking. No one actually coming around the backside. So they're just all pushing from CT towards that bomb. That was a ridiculous flat. It got all 4 CTs, but now Hazed, he finds Nitro, and it's only Fugly. There's only so much you can do. Maybe you can try to find at least one more frag, but not even that. Sanks brings him down. But they planted off the force, so makes up for some of it.
So as long as you get the bomb down those kind of rounds, you'll be okay. Like, they need to work out what the kind of approach you want to take this round. They could probably force Galils or AKs if they wanted to now, but if they want the AWPs, they might have to question what they want to do. As you can see, I would say take the full eco now, maybe a couple of P250s, and then get the full buy next round and go off to a healthy start. We don't want to see them wreck their economy by force buying again.
And perhaps they've got to smoke a flash, maybe. I mean, inner is generally just one person playing in there, another further back towards Z, and a lot from outer, a quick rotate. So it is easy to get the bomb down inside. Maybe a third time would really bolster their next buy round. Already, though, the boost's coming out. Can't do that jump yourself, but it's very risky at the start of the round. So Tarek up on top of the hut in Z. And once again, Team Liquid moving towards those inner halls, posted up in Boiler, and probably one smoke. Let's see, where is Flosick? The smoke's going out lower with a nice pop flash to follow. That was actually really, really solid pop flash. I was just using those 2 utility grenades to get out here, and that will be the bomb being planted again. So now if the terrorists wanted to opt, for instance, they have that potential. But Cutler and Tarek gunning him down. And Tarek as well, another. So 2 kills for him on the round. It's just up to Flosick and Fugly here through the smoke. It was kind of dissipating, so it might have been seen. Who knows? Fugly with the deagle. Going for a deagle after 2 forces? That's kind of expensive too, but 3 plants at least.
Yeah, 3 plants, so they get it over. There's an extra $800. That pays for the deagle itself. So we need to take a quick look at the scoreboard on our side, see where the money lies for them. So we've got, a nice healthy economy. We'll see what Adren, he's kind of the standard AWPer for Liquid. In my opinion, I actually think he's a better rifler than he is AWP. I don't think he has that much impact on the map. But it's be interesting to see how this one goes out. Full rifle setup from Liquid, actually. So I think they'll be going more for the set piece mentality of getting the bomb down and working the post-plant situations. Interesting enough, CLG don't actually have an AWP themselves. It could be 10 rifles on the server. So it'd be interesting. I don't actually know how Liquid approach training. I haven't casted them before, so I'm not entirely sure what they're going to approach here.
Yeah, according to Dust, who's kind of the resident NA expert, I haven't seen too many Liquid train matches either. They haven't even played it that many times, but word on the street is that they got a pretty solid train. They have yet to show it here. I mean, a couple plants, they lost the pistol, but the first rifle, this is where it's really going to come down to it. And we can see they're very spread out. They got a nice kind of default. Flow6 watching out towards Ivy. Dren even behind that, covering mid. Nitro's pushed into the other B halls. Mid room covered, and Elige on the ladder. So kind of just waiting for a push, waiting for CLG to want to grab some information. Team Liquid could shut it down. And this is CLG obviously playing very restrained, not pushing them, not giving them an inch. Now will Liquid be able to have an execute 5v5 that will be effective? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Only 50 seconds left for that. Maybe Ivy is where it happens.
It's a really slow run. I assume they've got smoke grenades left. They're going to have to do a full-on execution here. They're not getting any picks. No information really being gathered for the CT, so they're going to have to execute. It looks like I can see some flashbangs coming out now. Smokes are being deployed, and this is when they need to plant. 30 seconds on the clock, and they're actually getting locked down by Tarek there. Two huge frags for him, and Sanks gets one of his own. Fugly and Adren being the last man left. Fugly actually gets 2 frags, and now it's a 3-on-1 situation. Adren the last man remaining, but that was a whole lot of nothing really for Team Liquid.
Well, I do like they had that really far back smoke wall, like trying to push those people into, you know, Old Bomb and like the Ivy hallway there. But if players are in front of that, and Tarek was at the ladder, so he was able to shut them down as they ran up. All right, Adren though, into the 1v3. He's killed one. He's got no time because that was one of the slowest rounds, well, definitely that we've seen, because we just cast Navi VP and it was like insane. Will the op come out? Sanks has about 10 grand, so we haven't seen one yet.
I don't think they need to yet. Like,
don't change it until something doesn't work.
They know the economy is going to be kind of ruined. They're not, but at least Liquid won't have an AWP at this stage. So if they're winning with the rifles right now, keep the economy healthy in terms of the rifles. So going forward, they can keep buying rifles as they are, save a couple of grand in that department. You can see Liquid here. I wouldn't say it's a force buy, but Aguero is out, and they haven't got a full arsenal of utility. There's no Molotov to speak of, so they've become very useful in the post-plant situation. So even if they do get the bomb down now, they're going to find it much harder to hold the CTs off.
Tarek posted up in Z. He's been pretty dangerous from there. Sanks, Ivy. 2 inner, Hayes and JDM. And the bomb, you can see, is dropped for the terrace. So again, they're taking it slow, trying to work it here. The inner smokes are coming in, but there's nothing behind it. Or are those actually... No, those are CT smokes. Wow. Don't see that. They're smoking off upper and lower just like that.
Well, here we go. Here's the response. T's are going to put a smoke down of their own, try and block off some vision, but it looks like they're actually opting towards the outside bomb side now. There's no actual players towards inner halls whatsoever. They're going to go down Pop Dog, and the execution is beginning to happen. There's not a lot in terms of smokes going down. And Tarek, yet again, picks up a frag from top of the ticket booth there, and he can just stay up there. He hasn't even been forced off yet, and it's going to be very difficult for them to lock him down if he can keep this sort of positioning.
Well, Flowsick now starting to make his way out. The rest of the main offensive here has been successful. No, Tarek, though, still around the bomb. And it will be Flowsick to find one, Fugly the other. So Team Liquid finally getting on the board and keeping 3 people alive. But you can see money still a little bit tight, 3.4, 3.6 on Adren and Nitro. And now, there it is. 1 round lost, and you pull out the op.
So they were trying to keep the economy healthy in that department. They could have kept flowing with the M4s, it would have been perfect for them. But JDM, very important AWP yesterday. Just quite interestingly enough, Cutler's actually only got a 5-7 and 2 flashbangs. So the economy isn't great on the CT side. Whoever loses this round will be ecoing. So we see Liquid biting back there with a round of their own. They will get their money reset next round. Same goes for CTs. Their money's devastated right now. JDM, though, opens up the fragging onto Fugly. And now Liquid are going to be forced to go into the inside bomb side. Nitro does take down Hazed. And they're going to have an open bomb side now. There's no CTs waiting for them. Yeah,
there's a rotation. It's going to be slow, though. JDM now just getting to Z. There's another one. Coming from back CT, ready to go onto that upper catwalk. That's Cutler with the 5-7 waiting, and he doesn't. He had an opportunity there to kill Elige, but he did fail it. 3-on-2 now in favor of Liquid in this post plan, and we will see, having bought that up, a more expensive round. We'll try to save this M4 and the AWP, but wow, walking up and then just getting cremated right there. They will find him. Oh, Adren almost caught with his knife out trying to pick up that AK. A little bit of an upgrade. Still going to try to fight this. I guess they do really want to kill the CTs, but even for the money for the terrace isn't amazing
That's
either.
What I said. But so whoever lost his round is going to weaker. The fact that JDM can save the AWP on a map like Train is so important. The best thing to do is get him in an aggressive position, maybe on the inside bomb site. He could have anchored that himself and play there alone with the other guys stack inside. We actually saw Navi, they took the AWP and took it right up to the lower ramp and just face it and just try to get the opening frag. But that's a player like Guardian, when you've got...
Who's going to hit that first shot.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's interesting to see where they actually place JDM. Will they opt for him to go somewhere very aggressive, or they're just trying to hold him back and trying to make the simple shots? JDM actually will be doing. Yeah, there we go.
You are a prophet.
I know what's going on here. I've played this game before.
Yeah. Well, the last round he was outer in the back of that bomb train, but he goes in for the quick little peek. No one's there, and actually the calls have already come in that it's outside. Elise just pushing all the way in. These guys to the back of that green train. A CT had kind of pushed past him. The rest of his team will pick it up. So still on Elise trying to get in, and it's actually Nitro that'll do it. A kill for Nitro, Adren, and Fugly, and well, already JDM's like, all right, I guess I'm saving the op. The op is quickly becoming an antique.
Just keeping it forever. Let's just try and keep this one alive as long as possible. It's going to be JDM saving it again. He actually manages to pick up a couple of frags of his own.
Almost got a third.
Any sort of kills he can get now is going to affect the terrorist economy. And he gets another one. Great stuff from him, but it's going to be in vain as they lose the third round in a row now. Liquid bouncing back into this game after going 4-0 down. They've actually got 3 in a row of their own. And it's not really down so much like some deep inside tactics. They're actually just playing the map really well, getting onto the bomb sites and actually making important frags. And that's JDM going to be finally losing it up. Yeah.
He fell for that. Flosic drops the smoke. He's like, oh, they just don't want me to op. And then they pushed right through it. I kind of wonder, though. In the JDM, he'd hit one shot before that. Then he gets a chance to just kind of deathmatch for a little bit there on the inner bomb site, warming up that op, hit some really nice shots.
Yeah.
And here it is coming back. They saved that last one. And also looking into that last round, they shouldn't have won it anyways. They just saved that op in 1M4.
Absolutely.
Everyone else was saving it. And here it comes again. And now Adren's pulling it out onto that T side. So we could see that op battle. That was our player highlight going into this. JDM outside. And Adren maybe come through Ivy, working it with his teammate. So kind of a 2-1-2 split for Team Liquid. But again, taking it slow. Have they even gone for a very fast round yet?
I think they've done a couple of bits. So they go for the fast peak and then they'll fall back and slow it down again. But in terms of like a full-on outside rush, it has always been slow it down, see what picks are available, and go from there. Adren, your man with the AWP here, working the angle and towards main, seeing what he can do here. But he's going to be met by JDM, and he gets taken down to 17 HP. And that's going to be really important now. So Adren has to work out. They know the AWP is outside, so maybe this is a call to go inside now. Smoke off the lower ramp, get in quickly before they have a chance to adapt.
Sanks, he's going to shut down the one player. It was Flosic still kind of lurking around Ivy, so that's evened it right back up. I don't know if they got do they know that they legged Adren? The fact that he might be rather low. He is an opper. It's not the biggest deal, and the rotation's actually kind of geared heavily towards the inner bomb site for CLG. Color coming in through that Z connector. Nitro is up there, and he's going to be taken down by Tarek, so they were ready for this. Elige, though, finding the entry, gets hazed. Tarek as well, answering back. Cutler now coming in, finds Fugly, and it's just Adren, the player with 17 HP left alone up there in Boiler. Let's see if he can make the CTs pay, hurt their economy a little bit. It looks like the streak of 3 rounds will find its end here for Team Liquid. Adren still with some damage. Actually did get hit.
Yeah.
Somehow took only 14 damage from an M4.
Well, there we go. It's CLG balancing things out. They're still in a relatively good position right now. If you think about it, they've only really lost a pistol. You kind of have to look at it like that. They did lose 3 in a row, but it's a chance for them to balance it out and start getting the momentum back in their favor. We can see that Liquid don't have the opportunity to buy an AWP this round, although I would say that didn't really have some sort of massive effect there. No. They have got 2 pistols as well. So they have a Tech 9 and Flosic, Fugly with the PT50 there. So interesting to see how this one goes down. They've got a double AWP set up now for CLG. This is when teams can be the most deadly.
And we saw Cutler actually picking up the op on Cobble, and he had some nice little highlight clips coming out. Some 3Ks. He hits the first shot to open up the round. Tarek with a double spray down, and he'll finally be run over by Flosic. Now Hayes coming out. Him and Sank's going to end it. 2 headshots onto Flosic and Adren. That is 6-3. Still a rather CT-sided map. So 3 rounds, not bad for Team Liquid, but they probably need 2 to 3 more.
And the fact they force-balled that round, with having 2 players on pistols, essentially, you have to work out whether that's a good investment. They just ran out, essentially, getting completely taken down with the AWPs. They're going to be aware now that that's the setup they're running. So I think a more tactical approach would be advised now. Getting the wall of smokes out, locking down the AWPs out of the map, utilizing the flashbangs. That's what I'd like to see them do next round. Now they know the dual AWP setup is running.
Yeah, JDM going to go back for that quick lower pick, and oh my gosh, if they just crash peek him right now, that's obviously going to be pretty bad. Easy shot for JDM. Molotov to dissuade that aggression. So early pick, man advantage. He's backed them off, and again, it is just a save. I think they were trying to set up maybe 2 set smokes and some pop flashes from that new window, or maybe just lower ramp and upper catwalk to rush out, but shut down. And Cutler still holding on to outside. If Sanks maybe could take a risk, peek Ivy, and then they'd know 100% that it's just geared towards B, but not worried about it. He'll smoke it off, and it's going to be up to JDM to stop this smoke coming down, and he goes right up top to that ladder. He's trying to take this fight. He will hit it. Can he get another? This time he's fully blind, able to fall off the train, though, staying alive. He's gonna push himself back. Adren trying to go for some quick ladder hops, I think, to get into the into that smoke into the other side, and fucking jumping out. But Tarek deletes him, and flawless victory for CLG.
Yeah, well, they just wanted to get the bomb down in that situation, right? So that's what they got down. But now they'll be able to answer back. I think the 5 AK setup will be much more effective there. Get the full smoke out, lock down the AWPs, get a bomb down. It's much harder to retake a bomb site with 2 orbs than it is with rifles. So that's the mentality they should be going for now. Adren kind of considering, and thank God he's done it. He's got the rifle himself. So this should be an easy round for them. Like if they've assessed what's going on, they can probably just do it a lot slower. Maybe take a little fake towards inside, then go outside together.
So let's see, where are the oppers? JDM's moving around quite a bit with the op. This time they're doubling up on outside. They had JDM go aggressive inner, and now they're doubling back up. JDM playing the quicker rotator between the 2 oppers. Hazed watching inner. Tarek has pushed aggressive into the ladder room, so Team Liquid will have to be very careful. They'll have to pop flash down this before they want to go and check it out. Elijah's up top. Tarek like a shark from this position, and he will strike. The headshot through the boards onto Elijah. So Team Liquid and their rifle going down a man early. It's going to make things very, very difficult. And just the standard 3-2 setup from the CTs. Got that quick rotator in Z. And they're still in T-spawn on the side of Team Liquid.
Yeah, this is a little bit too slow for my liking. After losing that first pick, you can see now
There's
they
the
are
set
going
play.
for the outside take, and this could still work. Like 4 and 5, like it may still. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So they got the outside smoke, so that's going to lock the AWPers out down outside. They're going to go together now inside of those things.
No, but Hayes drops the bomb. One player got into the site, but of course, bomb way back. It'll come on to Adren. He will be able to pick it up. Kenny Cross, he still has one more gap to close, and yeah, he will get there. But unfortunately, JDM, oh, he did stop. He was pushing up on that catwalk. Let's see, Tarek on the back of the train. He will find one. Nitro kind of just running around in the open shooting field there. Maybe trying to get into a better spot. Could have perhaps just stayed still. Adren trying to get some smoke plays. That's going to blind himself up completely. Nice flick on his way out of the smoke. That was insane. Now it's just up to Cutler, 1v2. Adren still hiding inside of that smoke. Cutler jumping. He's made that noise. The bullet trail coming out. He's moved in through the smoke. Will he just hop up? No, he'll go around the back of the train. He will find one player, brings him down, but there's no time right here. Trying to get that op, and now he might pay for it with his life. Yeah, he's going to go down. Even Fugly almost dies to that.
I think JDM going towards the bomb site like that with a PT-50, he could have waited for his teammates and retook that properly. He committed to the pistol, running up to the bomb, trying to spam for a smoke and got himself taken out. Had he waited, he could have had an opportunity to take him out properly. I think that was the turning point of the round. But there we go, the 4th round on the board for Team Liquid. CLG do have enough to buy here. They got a few rounds in a row, so they have got the AWP still. But as is the trend for what the games we've casted so far, we will be going into a pause here.
It seems like this is technical rather than tactical. Teams are allowed 5 minutes of pause, either technical or tactical, just combining that. So
what, even if it's technical, if something's not working, you have 5 minutes to fix it?
Well, it's shared between timeout and technical.
Oh, really?
Because then you don't want a team, you're out of time, you're out of your one timeout, and then they're just like, but we're having technical issues.
Right, okay.
So that way they can't fake it. We've covered our bases over here. But I'm sure it's a bit of both. They're probably talking CLG just lost their streak, and now it's up to Team Liquid to try to put a few together, shatter that CT economy, and then even get this one and another easy round. To get right up there. And that would meet the quota, right? Like 5-6 rounds on Train
I
T side?
think 6 rounds is probably the target here.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're VP, then you just get double digits.
Yeah, exactly.
No big deal.
They like 10.
So 5 AKs once again. Molotov some smokes. Fugly has been smoked out in this middle room. Hay is still watching. He sees the smoke trickle into that lower site. A pop flash out top. But still, no aggression. Just kind of throwing those nades. Trying to debate rotators. I'm not sure. No one has actually budged from the defense of CLG. Still set up quite nicely. And where's JDM taking that up again this time? He's back of inner. He's in Z watching anyone coming out of that upper catwalk. Cutler's in a very good spot outside on top of this green train. Let's see if they will spot him. Trying to come down that tight alleyway there and getting up. Oh, perhaps ladder hitbox is an issue right there. As he went up the train, and now Adren will bring down Cutler. Let's see what Elijah can do, pushing through. As JDM gets a grenade, Sanks with an M4. Their man disadvantage, Elige. He'll bring it back to the 2-on-2. Bomb is down on top of the train. What a rough spot. Fugly, though, still able to grab it and trying to plant. They got JDM back of Old Bomb. Hayes finds that kill. So we come into that 1v1. JDM hits the shot onto Elige.
All or nothing shot there. Great stuff from JDM. Picking up 2 frags of his own. It's kind of interesting the way Liquid are approaching these maps. They do nothing for almost 45 seconds. There's no information gain. There's no challenges whatsoever.
Yeah, they're not even gathering info.
Yeah, and they just kind of explode out together. And they did manage to get a couple of frags. They did the fair play to them. It came down to a one-on-one situation with JDM with a great shot to finish things off there. And it's going to force Liquid onto an eco there. We saw them win the last round, so of course the money's been reset. So they have got Tech 9s. They have some P250s. There's a smoke and a couple of flashbangs as well. Again, trying to get the bomb down is the perfect scenario for them. If they can force a plant down and get a couple of frags, that's a dream come true for them. You can see them opting to go out Ivy here as well. This is quite interesting. Oh, but as you say, that Sanks gets a kill through the smoke, and all of a sudden, it goes crazy. Cutler takes down Flowstick, and now it's a 4-on-3 situation, but the T's have to come out of the side of the area here, and it's a quick clean-up for Hayes. JDM gets one of his own. So, nice stuff in the CTs there. Only dropped one man. It looked like if the terrorists actually opted to go towards the CT halls at the back there, they could have maybe...
Classic strat.
Yeah, you could have potentially got some control of the map there, but there we go. It's now going to be a very questionable buy for Team Liquid. You can see Tech 9, Galil, and 2 AKs. No real utility either. I would have probably waited. I'd have done a Tech 9 armor around this time.
Yeah.
And then opted for the full buy next one.
And Team Liquid's already proven to us that they can Tech 9 armor, get the bomb down pretty much every single time. So that would have made it still for a solid round 15. That would be the last round of the half. Instead, if they lose this, they go into the last round of the half completely broke. Kind of the same situation of weaponry that they have now. Hayes trying to fall back. He'll drop to Nitro. JDM going to fall back further as well with that op. He's now alone inside. We had someone, Tarek, push up to that pop dog, I guess box nowadays. So he's in a pretty aggressive position outside. Maybe he's going to flank them ladder. That's yet to be seen. It's 4-on-4 though. Looks like they are bringing it back. Not setting up for that interplay. They'll have to get in through the ladder. And Tarek, I don't know if a call's coming in or he just felt that he overstayed his welcome. He does back off from his aggro position. And he's going to go up in CT Heaven, which actually doesn't even see a lot of play on this map.
Again, very slow round from Liquid. They have got the advantage here. Traditionally, if the terrorists get the first pick, and even if they go trade for trade, they have the control of the map because the CTs are thinned out on across the board. You see Liquid actually going towards all 4 men now, towards the B bomb site. They haven't got much to play with. They have got one smoke, forgive me, and they have to drop down on lower ramp and just boss in together and hope for the best here. With the AWP on JDM, it's going to be very difficult getting in with that, especially with just one smoke.
Cutler's up on top of this train as well. He sees the flashes coming in. He will back off. He sprays down. Smoke dissipates. He's got 3 bullets left. He found the headshot. Can he take another one? No. Elige will bring him down. And now Team Liquid with the advantage. Bomb to finally go down. Smokes and Molotovs from Flowstick. JDM now trying to hit a shot to even it right back up. Had a nice 1v1 for him not too long ago. It's JDM and Sanks here. And, well, JDM will go down from Elige, so now just Sanks. And he falls as well, Elige, ending it with a double.
I don't know how they pulled that one out of the bag. When you have no real utility to play with, there's an AWP waiting for you, especially on the inside. I would have loved to have seen from JDM's point of view there how he didn't get a single frag as they came in. But there we go. Another frag on board for Team Liquid. We did say 5 or 6 would be perfect for them. And losing that last round would have been detrimental to them. They would have been full eco this round, but they somehow managed to convert Galils and Tech 9s into a round. And we go into the 15th round now. There will be a force buy than CTs, obviously. They've got 5-7s and Famises. But all of a sudden, Liquid are in the driving seat, and they have the possession on this round.
They have to switch it up, too. It was like rifles or Tech 9s.
Oh, my God.
In. But look at Tarek finding those frags. That was aggression in the halls, and Tarek shuts it down. Sanks finds one. He's the one man playing Ivy there, and he'll bring down a kill. And now it's just Adren with an op. And then a 2v4, I feel like an op, maybe not the one you want. And he'll peek out. He will also miss the shot onto Sanks. Grenade to go out, not doing too much. I feel like Sanks could just retreat at this point.
It's going to be difficult. He's got such a difficult angle to hold. He just needs to face randomly now and hope he beats Adren to the shot, but he will get taken down. Nice shot from Adren there. It's going to put him into a 3-on-2 situation. Adren and Fugly, they are last 2 men for Team Liquid. They have got the bomb, so they will be trying... Oh, no, they haven't. So towards T-Small, they will be able to pick it up relatively
under their
easily.
control still.
Yeah.
Well, or is it? You've now had... who is this? Tarek has pushed through now. It's on the other side of the wall, so he hasn't seen it yet. So still their control. They pick it up now. That, you know, also walking, expecting someone's push, so it's slowing them down. Let's see. They still have available to them, you know, inside or down through ladder and back to outer, but What's the decision going to be? Not much time left. Adren will check it. They've made noise. They didn't want to get very quickly flanked. The rotations, though, coming in hazed. And Cutler trying to move up close to that spool. He did see the head of Fugly. Fugly did not see him. And bomb goes down. Time is low. Cutler makes the smart play to back off. Going to force him into that plant. And at this point, the round is over for Adren. Goes to plant. They know he can't fake it. And there it is. 10-5.
So I think the difference between 10-5 and 9-6 is pretty massive, really. Like Liquid would have been, they told they got 6 rounds, but saying, okay, we probably wanted more. Against a team like CLG, we know they're good, but as we keep mentioning before, they are a weak inside here without their in-game leader, a ringer coming in for them in form of Sanks. But let's have a little look at the stats there. So who was the big player there? Tarek, we saw him lighting up the scoreboard quite a few times. A lot of 2-mans or 3-mans from him. He manages to get a 20 bomb right there. And we look on the other side, Team Liquid is kind of, and no one really stepped up that much. Elite managed to get 12 frags, but no one else really going crazy on the T side here. Picking up 5 rounds, like you're not going to have too many big fraggers there, but it just has to be Tarek was the standout player by far for CLG.
127 ADR on him. Even JDM getting 100, just above it, 100.8, so that's pretty solid. But again, they started on the CT side, so expect them to do a bit better in that department. What was our biggest kill? We didn't have any, no quads, just a couple 3Ks from Tarek and JDM. But JDM was a useless 3K, remember? Oh no, I think... Does that only count if they win the map? I'm not sure.
No, they still count as a 3K.
They still counted as a 3K?
Of course.
Yeah, he got the one from Inner when they were just trying to push him and bring down that op.
So CLG did win the pistol there. They managed to get 3 in a row. And then all of a sudden, Team Liquid managed to get 3 of their own. I think it was 4-3 at one point. And then the momentum kept shifting after that. Then all of a sudden CLG got in the driving seat and then Liquid only got 2 more after that. So I think for CLG, they'll be very happy this half. They know they get the pistol now. They're in such a strong position like going into this T half. So the thing is, without your in-game leader I think they'll have to keep it very simple on their T side, especially the pistol. What are your predictions for the T pistol here? Like, do you expect this a full-on rush, or do you think they're going to slow it down a little bit?
Well, pistol rounds, I feel like even on train especially, they can be pretty difficult because a lot of times you have 1 or 2 inside on the defense, and the terrorists can just storm it, get the bomb down, and find some post plants. And same thing for outside. I think CLG can do it. Just look at the way they were aiming, right? Tarek was on point. Hayes was always in a good position to find a frag.
Yeah.
Cutler's been very solid. What's Sanks actually sitting on right now? Sanks had 12 kills, so not doing too bad for himself either. I think CLG can close it out, because even if they do just keep it simple, the way they were hitting their shots,
in terms of pure fragging, right? Yeah.
Team Liquid never went fast. They were slow every single round. And it wasn't like a confident, we know what we're doing, like slow... I don't know. I didn't feel confident.
You weren't convinced.
I didn't feel confident like when I watched Na'Vi and it gets down to 30 seconds. They're like, oh, they're going to storm the site and they're going to take it.
Yeah, there were a lot of rounds where it was like you had to kind of work out whether they actually deserved to win. Like they were waiting until 30 seconds, just going inside, and like players like JDM were there with the AWP and not even making a single frag when there's only 1 smoke in the terrorist arsenal. So I think they got kind of lucky in some of the rounds. But here we go. We're going back into the pistol right now. The score currently stands at 10-5 in favor of CLG. They will be starting on the terrorist side now.
Yeah. So pistol, we saw again in that VP Na'Vi game that we just covered how important it is to get your CT economy off the ground really early on train, because then it can just, you don't have the grenades to stop it. Well, even on overpass.
If it goes horribly wrong early and you keep force buying.
You keep forcing.
Yeah. That's when it goes wrong for CT sides. We see CLG here. Looks like all 5 players will be opting for this. It's going to be an inside burst here, right? There's no other way about it. You've got 2 smokes here. Chuck one down low around perhaps and save the other to smoke off connector once you get in.
Flowsick is ready. What does he actually have armed up? Oh, he's got an HE, so as soon as he sees a smoke or a flash come out of this lower ramp, he's going to throw it. I think he's on the ladder right now, too, so he'd probably be a hard target to hit. Let's see. He's got that grenade. This could be a big grenade. 3 people went for armor, though, so that might soak it up a little bit. And there it is. That's perfect.
Oh!
Probably somewhere near 200 damage on that grenade. Over for the kills, though, it's still 1 for 1. Terrorist, they get the bomb down. This post plant might be somewhat difficult, however. Sanks, though, finding a kill as he pushes forward. 3-on-3 right now. Elige is Adren. Will he check his other side? Yeah, I think he's aware that Hayes is there, but he doesn't get the kill. And now it's Fugly. He does have a kit. He's trying to move in. Does he know Tarek coming in on the other side? Fugly, is he going to check this? And that's Train right there. So many angles, so many things to check. And from behind, Tarek will do it. And despite the ridiculous grenade,
That grenade was amazing. Like the fact when you've got the lower, I think they were almost waiting for. What are they waiting for? Once you've got the smoke down, yeah, it's like, guys, just wait for them to grenade. We'll stand in the hot spot for grenades, and we'll wait for that to go off first. Then we'll go in. Like, surely if you're going to do that, like, just get into the bomb zone and get out of the choke point before that actually happens. But fair enough. I think the main thing about it, that frag, Adren missed on towards the upper ramp area there. The guy was on 10 HP or something, and he completely fluffed his lines there.
Yeah.
Didn't take him down, and that was one of the most important frags of the game. But here we go. CLG are going to go outside, and Liquid have forced up here. 2 scouts and a couple of quick frags going from JDM. And there we go. It's going to be quite a simple round. This is the best way to do it, especially when you know.
They sank solid right before that smoke went down that a player was in ladder. I mean, initially Team Liquid got that first frag. I was like, uh-oh, the jumping scouts here.
Yeah.
I think it was jumping behind the shed in Z. It was looking like that could have been quite dangerous. But Hayes tagged up to 11, still alive. It's 4-on-1. Fugly might have to save. And, well, that was a big, forceful round. Team Liquid gonna...
This is the economy situation we're talking about. Now they're going to struggle to get an AWP first round, right? So
exactly.
This is going to be an uphill struggle. With CLG getting the pistol here, very important. Converting the second round as well. This is the round they had to win. Had they lost this one, they give Liquid a window of opportunity to get back into the game. If Fugly can save the scout, that'd be quite cool, but the T's know they need to hunt him down. Hayes will finish him off, and that's 12-5 now in favour of CLG. This round means Liquid have to do a full eco here just to even guarantee themselves a fighting chance at the first gun round. Yeah,
and we see the situations like this. I like to use the phrase, the terms of the economic game of chicken. Like when you have the rocky starts, like force. Oh, we'll force. Okay, we won. We're gonna force with all those upsets. But it's hard for the CTs to engage. It's always a disadvantage for the CTs, in my opinion. But especially on a map that's CT sided, because the risk is kind of offset if you're not expected to win many rounds.
I'd rather wait for my gun rounds to be very strong and bounce back from that,
yeah.
Instead of banking on something that's not really stacked in your favour, or you're kind of hoping for someone to go absolutely crazy in your team. I really like this from CLG, actually. It's going to be a really nice explosion inside. They know the economy is absolutely wrecked for the CTs. Though saying that, though, Liquid have got a 4-man stack in there. This could be crazy. They have got 5-7s to play with, but maybe they're going to fake it. Maybe someone's got to give them the call off. They're probably stacking inside.
Oh, well, we can actually see Cutler has made his way outside through middle, so the communication comes in like no one's even shot at me.
It's really clever.
And I think they know that Adren is there. That was a big grenade. Oh, and there's a second one going to throw in, yeah. And we'll see a lot of teams just chuck nades into the back of that bomb train, also double up on the mollies, as Cloud9 will like to do.
That was so important, right? So they stacked inside, one player going inside and actually giving the call off that no one was there whatsoever. Had he not gathered that information, they'd have run blind into that stack and it could have gone either way. But amazing work from Cutler there. Great call from him. Tactical mind working perfectly, and he manages to have a very clean sweep here. 5-on-2 situation now. Fugly and Flowsick, not a lot to work with. They pick up one frag here, but this round is pretty much over.
And we see that a lot these days. I mean, Cutler lurking outside, or just the IGL kind of lurking off on his own on the map, gathering the other information, and then, because instead of get the report and then make the call, just make the report yourself and then make the call based on what you've seen as the lurker. So Cutler filling that role, because that 5-7 P250 stack, close range, some one-taps, could have won it for Team Liquid.
So this is what we're talking about in terms of the economy, right? So the CTs now, they don't have any incendiaries.
No kits.
They don't have any kits. They don't have any AWPs. And this is what I say. They did a fast round outside. They've got the advantage. It stacks in their favor pretty heavily.
It looks like CLG want to go quite quickly. Tarek was a little blind, but he is pushing quickly to Old Hell right there. Hayes finds the opener, and this is a very nice smoke wall, making sure that no one gets them from Ivy. Sanks hits Adren off. They've spotted the long barrel. The M4A1S, when it backfires, the gun is so long. Just spotted holding there, and basically flawless. 3K for Hayes coming out on the entry. Fantastic. Only Cutler drops.
Sorry, Joey. This is GG, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Sorry. You're the one that predicted Team Liquid 2-0.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, but I'm wrong, too, because I said Team Liquid would win train.
I'm kind of saying sorry the fact that we wanted to bring like a really close, intense game. That's what I always try to provide, trying to make it exciting and hype it up. But it looks like, actually, to be fair to Liquid, they're playing for the draw right now. They actually haven't gone all in. They've kind of decided we need to win this round with CZs and PT50. If we don't win it, we're going to have to get 10 in a row. So that's what they've actually banked on here. Interesting. I'd assume that Liquid would go for the force buy just to kind of maybe get this one out of the way or try and force something in their favor, a crazy thing to happen. But here we go then. It's going to be another slow approach for CLG. We can see Elige with quite an advantageous position there.
Fugly. He pushed, I think, all the way from
How's
Ivy.
That happened?
He all the way around Ivy.
Wow,
I'm pretty sure he just walked. As they were holding up the terrace that is in the way halls. There was also a player in ladder. That was Elige. Nice strafe jumping, but unfortunately it was into AK bullets. So he'll go down. Fugly now in a 1v2. He's got an AK. He actually did go for Kevlar, but JDM, he will hit the shot.
And here we go. This is match point for CLG. They have 10 rounds to play with. But the economy now does favor Team Liquid. They finally get the AWPs out. They'll be able to get some incendiaries as well. And this is what we wanted for them when you're... In your first gun round, this is what they wanted to do. Like, it's such a difficult map to hold against fast terrorists. You need the utility on your side to actually perform against them whatsoever. So now CLG, if they play this correctly, they slow it right down and they do a full execute just to counter what they think might be happening in terms of an AWP.
Dren trying to go for that quick peek from
There we go. Smoke's going down.
Misses that first shot, but it was a hard one. It was actually close to getting the one through the smoke. But this is all just a fake. They're running inside and through the Molotov sinks. Will get it. He will stay alive. He's able to cross in. He's very low, but he's still going to try to push. Got a nice pump flash going out. He's going to be spotted, but still somehow alive. JDM now taking off the head of Nitro. Elige there, trying to come up on that train. And a Dren jumps off his ladder, gets a nice shot. 2-on-2 right now. And, well, HP advantage to the terrorists, and still a ton of time going on. Enough to work with. They got to get that bomb back, though. Nice pop flash from Hayes. That really wrecked. Who is that in there? Elige. But they didn't commit on the back of it. They still do have 2 more flashes, so they're going to throw it one more time. I don't think Elige is going to be staring. He hears it. Wasn't effective to him this time. But they've got the bomb. They don't have to peek out. They actually peeked twice there. He maybe could have run away, but now that leaves JDM 1v2. He's already got a 2K. The bomb now down in even a worse position. He tries to go for a peek out upper, and it does look like Team Liquid will kind of keep themselves alive. But 10 match points to CLG.
You can only say it's going one way, really. Right? Like, how can you hold them off for 10 rounds? As long as CLG don't do anything really stupid, like this round here, allowing him to plant can be pretty detrimental. I don't even see how he could possibly plant in any sort of realm. Oh my god, how is that happening?
Well, there you go. You're seeing it firsthand. Getting the bomb down, and he can now still win this. It'll be a... Whoa, that was one heck of a pop flash, and he does it! He wins that 1v2.
Good lord.
And the look on your face.
That was pretty
You're
shocking.
like, when's my flight back to
yeah,
Europe?
that was pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. But there you go. To be fair, I'm glad he kind of ended it early. I didn't want to watch that string out too much further. They were never going to get back into it. Disappointing start for Liquid there. 16-5 at the hands of CLG, a weakened side of their in-game leader. Interesting scenes nonetheless. I haven't been able to watch much of Liquid this tournament, but that was pretty poor showing from them, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it was not looking great, and that was the map that Team Liquid had been saying. They've been practicing it. They're good.
Really?
Yeah, I was expecting Team Liquid to have some solid strats coming out there, and it just looked quite lackluster. Like, they had the slow default, but it didn't seem like the info gathering was there on the T side. And when it came to the executes,
6 rounds in a row at CT.
Yeah.
So if they've been practicing it, they've been practicing it wrong, my friend.
I think they have.
Yeah.
Or CLG's aim is just insane.
Yeah, their fragging ability to seem much higher, right? That last round especially, like I said, there's no way he can win this round. If he gets the bomb down, it'll be amazing. Somehow P250's both of them. They know where he is. Why is there not a 2v1 situation? Why is it coming down to 2 1-on-1 by pieces? It was crazy stuff. But there we go. That's the first map out of the way. CLG do take it. And I think we're going to take a short commercial break before we go into the next one.
Correct.
So yeah, don't go anywhere. And we're going into D-Mirage against CLG versus Team Liquid.
Welcome back, everyone, here to the MLG Studios. We're on that Bravo stream right now in the middle of the CLG Team Liquid Best of 3, and Team Liquid picking their map of Train and kind of getting wrecked on it and losing that last round in a really tough way. JDM taking that 1v2 home to close it out.
It's like the first half wasn't that bad, right? They got 5 rounds. It wasn't too bad, and then they come onto it and they get 6 in a row for CLG on their T side. It's absolutely crazy. You don't really see that much too often. But here we go then. This is CLG's map going into Mirage. It's going to be very difficult, I think, for Team Liquid to find some momentum here. We spoke about this before. Yeah. The last time they met online here, was it a 16-1 result in favor of CLG?
It was 16-1 CLG, and that was CLG with when they had Mo, when they were still going back and forth between Mo and JDM.
Oh, really?
So I think personally that this CLG roster is even stronger than that one.
Right.
So this could be quite difficult. Team Liquid did have one stand-in as well.
Okay.
When they were playing in that, so it's
we can't take too much from that result. But
on LAN, they got wrecked 16-2 against NIP at ESWC, and that was, you know, back in the stats when it was 48-5.
So we know they don't favor this map. It's not one of their strongest ones.
Definitely
we'll leave it at that. But here we go. The pistol round is underway. We can see CLG are going to be on the terrorist side. Of course, it's their pick. And now they execute onto the A-bomb side. They're not going to have much in terms of contention there. And they probably will get quite an easy plant down here. Great smokes going down for them. And Liquid have to full-on retake here. They have got 2 kits in their hand. And here we go. The first frag does go in favor of Elite. He takes down Sangs. Yeah,
Sangs was trying very, very hard to take that CT control, as they didn't have a smoke there on this side, but he peeked down even further and found 3 of them. Now onto the retake here at Team Liquid. Elige will find a kill. Cutler gets 1. The sandwich player and Ramp all going to fall, so now it's just Cutler here. Can he find Elige? Time's getting pretty tight, but I think Flowsick with the kit.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine.
My time is not that tight. I don't know what beeping I just heard. I heard very fast beeping.
I was going to say, wow, he's trying to hype this up more than he has to.
Yeah, that was at least with the 4K too.
There we go. Well, that's a great retake from Liquid. A sign of things to come, maybe. Hopefully they'll be able to convert this one into a 3-0. We know they need the momentum to play off this. I like what CLG are doing. They're not actually going to force buy here. They're going to wait and get the AKs next round. As I said that, though, maybe they've changed their mind. Okay, they are going for the force buy. That's gone out the window. They're actually doing the smart thing. Oh, okay, it's a full force buy. I really don't think that's the best thing to do here. I'd prefer them to get the AKs next round and just lock down the round, especially on a map like Mirage. Very long choke points. You need to have great weapons to even take them down to have a chance of picking them. But on the Mirage, the thing is, you can do smoke takes here. Like, yeah, you can smoke off CT spawn, you can smoke off the steps or maybe jungle, and then you can get a chance to get the bomb down. But that's going to just reset them to have a proper gun round if they don't win this one.
We can say Nitro, though, he is ready. He's got the FAMAS at the long range. He also was prepping a Molotov, so all the set smokes are going to telegraph this, and there it is, Molotov coming out. Where's he going to throw it, though? I would have liked to have just seen it on A ramp, like already have been thrown, but it doesn't matter. Elige was up on stairs, and he'll lock it down, and that's a 3rd one for him. Elige was almost back-to-back 4Ks, so a nice start for him. And they went for the really close wall of smokes there too, but it didn't quite pay off for CLG.
So now, had they just given that round an eco, they'd have had the AKs, they'd be going against the P90s, the FAMASs, they would have had a real good shot at taking this one. And now it's kind of questionable what they can actually do. It's going to be a full-on Glock round. They're buying anything else. You can see a PT50 and a Tech 9 there, but then probably not going to have AWPs going. I think JDM does actually have a reasonable amount of money, but he might not have bought armor last round. But yeah, this is a round they could have potentially won had they not forced it. But here we go. They have got the bomb going towards B halls here. It looks like all 5 players will be going over there. What utility have they got available? They've got 2 flashbangs, so maybe flashes. One going over the roof, one through the window maybe. So that's the one over the roof. And one going to bounce through the window now, and they're all just going to run out. And the P90 should make very light work of this.
Oh my gosh, and another, he's got the ace in his grasp right here. Oh, Flowsick takes it away from him.
But still, pretty trivial stuff for him. Very easy spray down with the P90. That's what it does best. Unarmored players running out them with Glocks. Perfect stuff for him. Here we go then. So we know mid control is very important. JDM will be picking up the AWP. I like what Liquid are doing. They're not forcing it. They're keeping the economy strong on their side. They have got loads of money. They've got like $7 grand on Fugly, for example, after that big round. But they're keeping the weaker guns there with an idea. Probably to push up middle, I'd imagine. Maybe down to underpass.
Looks like, yeah. Or, whoa, he's going full-on mid-aggression for Team Liquid. With that P90, that's going to definitely counter the op. Flashes go out, but it's too far. Grenade goes in. Fugly taking off the head of Hayes just like that. Molotov to go. Are they going to really peek into JDM? They got that initial pick, and they are able to fall back, and they even deposit a player up there. Lee is just kind of chilling on the other side of those boxes.
Do they know Elise's there? Oh,
apparently they do.
I was going to say, if he could have stayed there and kind of mimicked that everyone had fallen back, that'd be amazing for him. But he gets taken down, a little bit sloppy for me, but here we go. 4-on-4 situation. That kind of favors the T's now. After that great pick, I'd have liked them all to have fallen back and not actually given anything away there. But now the T's are going to get that mid control we talked about. Adren is going to be waiting in the connector area. If he faces now, he's got a free kill there. Sanks will be checking it, though. Takes him down. Adren makes it a 4-on-3 situation now. And with the P90 on Fugly, it's going to be very difficult to hold off these AKs.
Yeah, Flosic kind of getting aggressive out towards Cat, stopping either their Cat push or if they were to go up through that connector. Fugly, though, with the P90 getting another one. So he put that gun to use, 2 kills with it. But it still has boiled down to this, a 2v2, 30 seconds. They're taking that rotation. They have to go A at this point. And who is there? It is Nitro. With time running low, this is something you maybe don't check. Or pop flash.
Well, you don't really. It's like you just don't really have time to,
exactly.
Right? So you have to run in and try to get the bomb down. I'd assume they'll have a quick look, but they won't have time for a full inspection, as it were. 10 seconds now coming down to the clock. And Tarek, they think he's up in Palace yet. Like, they're not even going to have a look there. And it should be pretty easy work for Nitro. Flosig actually gets one of his own. And that's 4-0 in favour of Liquid. And you have to kind of ask yourself why they ran all the way back to A there. Like, the time was ticking away. They had mid-control. Could have gone up short. Would have probably given them a little bit more time as well. But I guess the call was made to go back there, and it just gave Nitro a very easy positioning there. But I think we have a little pause coming in here. 1 second. Sound issue.
2 ends.
We've had a couple of those this event.
There's been a few. So Team Liquid already, I mean, from the online result for the regular season, they've already got more than 1 round. They're up to 4. They're actually looking pretty solid on this defense. CLG, we already kind of questioned, again, forcing after the bomb plant in the first round when it's so much better to just have that first rifle round where your economy is going to be, or your weaponry is going to be better than that of the CTs. I don't quite get it. There's like maybe a small mind game. It's like, oh, they're expecting us to have pistols, no armor, and then you actually do come at them with Tech 9s and Kevlar, but I don't really see it. Here, though, another eco, and Team Liquid should be able to get up to 5.
Yeah, so we can see P250's armor on Sanks, but he actually opens up the fragging somehow. Lige gets taken down there. There's no reply whatsoever. Adren, he takes him down with the AWP. Flosig trying to contend on shore. He manages to only get 1 frag here, and it's going to make it a 3-on-3 situation. Mid-control in favor of CLG. The CT's trying to react and work out what's going on. They have 1 player towards B now, and he's going to be up against it. If they decide to go up short, he's going to have to battle all 3 of them.
JDM.
But it seems like the T's are going to try and get into the window here and take down a player. A jungle Nitro goes down.
Yeah, jumping in through the window and finding that kill off of that fence on the catwalk, just not quite expecting it. JDM also had gone for information into B, kind of jiggle peeked that, saw a guy was in apartments. He tossed that bomb down, and now that bomb coming through Palace. So we've got Adren and Fugly. Adren's still kind of watching the back, and actually there they are. They split up entirely, so Adren now alone over towards A, but still far back. We'll have time for his allies. And he misses that shot! That's something you just gotta hit. Cutler, is he gonna try to push him? Adren gonna flash and just pull out the pistol here? Bomb planted, going back to those fallback positions, staying behind the missiles there is Tarek. I think, oh, well, look at this. JDM is coming in right behind them. Adren up on that ticket booth. Cutler. And yeah, JDM not even needed. The front lines hold Tarek with a double, and that's a full eco.
That's crazy.
That wins the round.
They had P250s. That's it. No utility. And 1 player, Sanks, had armor as well. He runs up to middle and somehow finds a fragment to a Lige in that middle area. I have no idea how he's got the advantage in that situation. With no armor, with body armor and a P250, like, you shouldn't be winning that situation. Like, there was no player even with him. It was just him running up there, and that opened up the round for them. And then frags this guy dropping all over the place. And there we go then. We know the Liquid money's been great so far. They've had some good rounds of saving the SMGs and stuff like that. So they will be able to bring AWP to the party. But JDM has one of his own. And this is the mid-control we're talking about. Hayes picks at the fragging. Flowstick goes down. And there will be a player with the AWP in middle. That's going to be Adren looking for any frag he can. But the Molotovs are going to push him back. Smoke's going down. And they should be able to get up short quite easily here. This is the ideal play for them, to get up short and try to contend the B.
Yeah, we see that CLG, they seem like they've got that solid understanding of the T-side Mirage. Always going for this mid-control when they've gone into the rifle rounds and looking pretty good while doing it. Also something to note, money tight now on Team Liquid after a loss. 2 M4A1Ss on the T side, so no head armor in the CTs. Yeah. So that laser is going to be it's lethal now in 1 bullet, and that could be problematic. Let's see, Op still working up. Where do we have Adren? Adren coming back towards CT spawn, and still 3 over But they've taken the mid control. They deposit Cutler in the ladder room, and now he's in such a great spot to shut down rotations or just flank himself. I really like that. Solid play for CLG.
Looks like he's not going to get anything from it, though. They've actually pushed the B apartments. They know they're coming A. You can see that player. I think it's actually Fugly who's pushed into T-Spawn. They know it's coming A now. They'll be able to rotate and hold this off pretty securely.
That they can. There's a Molotov there for Shadow. Adren hits his shot. So the Molotov will have paid off. Adren will go down. But that was CT Spawn. That was the Molotov on the ticket. Fugly, however, the flank finally coming in. Now Cutler, he was the flank for the terrace. Can he do this? He needs to land that shot onto Elige. He does not.
10
no,
seconds
it's just
left.
up to Tarek.
5
3.
seconds
Yeah,
left.
I would say 2, 1, 0, and that's going to be that. Tarek will switch out for the op. Taking a look at the money. They can have still a pretty okay next round on the terrorist side, and money actually still tight for Team Liquid, and they've got a rebuy. What was it there? They lost 4 players, so 4 rebuys coming for the CT. That keeps money tight.
So a lot of rounds going right down to the wire here. So we see the timer going down to, what, like 15 seconds, twice now for Counterlogic Gaming. You've got to ask yourself, is that the best idea for them? They're getting the mid-control. It's executing too slowly. They seem to have an idea. I said it that round. They got the mid-control. They got the first pick. They had an opportunity to go up short together. There was one guy at B, but they decided to go all the way back round to A and execute onto that, and they just run out of time yet again. They did quite well to make it a one-on-one situation, but ultimately they could have made that a lot easier for them just by actually sticking together and going up short.
Yeah. Also, they put Cutler, it was just Cutler by himself hanging out in that window room, or the ladder room.
But that's when he's got that information and no one's there, right?
Yeah.
So that's what he said, like, no one's even pushing short. Why don't we just go up here instead of trying to go towards A again where they're more than likely to be? And that's where Fugly pushed to B apartments. He got all that information. They're definitely going A.
Oh, and flow sick.
And that's Cutler going down again, and 5-1 in favour of Team Liquid here, looking like he's going to be 6 very shortly.
Yeah, and so they tried to get him back up into that ladder room. I was going to say maybe they could have put him where Sanks is, like get him into the connector, because at least you'll have a faster flank onto the A site. If he was quicker doing that flank, it probably could have turned things around. But still, 3 on 4. CLG have already lost Hazed and Cutler. Sanks, again, just on that P250. Still gonna. It's a tough round to win. Again, time getting very, very low. The bomb now making that audible. But look at Fugly. He's just like ready to go. Fly out of this long room here.
He's been doing this a lot, just getting this information, is telling his team what's going on. I'm in T-spawn. Expect them coming A. And it's 20 seconds left on the clock again. It'd be very difficult to get the bomb down. They will pick up a frag here, but they still need to plant the C4. They're going to have a chance to get it back into it.
Yeah, time getting very, very low now. They've got that smoke down in the site. Player planting in it, and they won't be able to find that spam. They've evened it up 3 on 3. Fugly, though, from behind. Not being dealt with. He finds 2. Just like that. And Adren jumping. Famas has spotted Tarek behind that firebox. Fugly finds him. So on the flank, Fugly very good on the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, but again, it came down to, what, 15 seconds before they actually executed. They're going in. They can't really focus on the fragging because there's no time whatsoever. They have to sacrifice one player just to try and get the bomb down in any sort of way he can. And he goes in there. The bomb does go down just about, but it's just too messy once they're at that stage of the game. They're trying to find any sort of frags, and the CTs are just pintering them from every single angle. It was really hard to watch, actually. And now it's going to be... are they going to force this one? They've got money to play where they could do some Tech 9s, perhaps. But I think they need to potentially just go back to the full-on set pieces onto A and bomb side like that. They haven't really tried B that much either. So they get the mid-control. They seem to be quite good at that, but it's just the execution of the bomb side is too little too late right now. All
right, so catwalk smoke to allow them to get out close, avoiding the op from the window there, but it's going to be Elige that will find JDM from the connector, and Elige is going to get another there. Finds Hayes as he was quite blind. So the eco. Oh, did they actually force in the end? I do see some armor here on Tarek and Sanks.
Maybe they did.
They had like 4K though,
yeah.
So pistol armor is more than okay in this case. But still, only 1 round to the T side of CLG. I mean, Mirage is still one of those, I guess you would say. How do you feel about Mirage actually? Like, do you think it's still like a proper CT-sided map? Or?
I'd say it's more balanced now. It depends on the matchup completely. Like some teams just have an absolutely godlike CT setup. On the other hand, like some teams are very good at tactical execution. Watch Keed Stars example. Their T side's amazing. They've got really good executions and really good understanding of the map.
Oh, it's like Flosick taking one of those stairs players out, and Fugly the other spraying through that smoke will find it. So 7 rounds and a good economy building one there. This is also 3 in a row for Liquid. Coming into CLG's next rifle round, though, here in round 9. While JDM go for the op, he does have enough.
He has got it. So, again, I'd like to see him get the same mid-control, but potentially start pincering B. So you get the smokes down to window, smoke off connector, and then have one person in apartments getting the aggro, kind of separating them so there's only one guy on short, and then you kind of go in together and make sure you kind of pincer every single frag, and that's all they need to do. Flowsick with a very aggressive play here. He's able to get that information that no one's actually towards middle. It seems like he'll be able to tell everyone they're probably going A again.
So Nitro finding a nice double there, getting to Adren, another with that op. So the rifle round has already here fallen apart, or has it? JDM and Sanks bringing it back for a moment of hope, but Elige now finds JDM and Sanks last alone in a 1v3 with 6 HP. It's going to be very difficult. Also the Bob way off on the other side of things. Under CT control. He's trying to creep up Cat, just make them pay a little bit, but Fugly, I think from behind there, will find that frag. And this pause, tactical. All right, so there we go, coming in.
The tactical pause. I think this is definitely needed, right? So you've dropped 8 rounds, and they haven't really had an answer whatsoever. They get into the bomb sites, occasionally get the bomb down. It's always like 10 seconds left on the clock. They've got 2 options here. They go into a very set piece mentality of just getting everything in there, getting the bomb down fast, or they go for a much faster gameplay and start rushing places, getting into the bomb sites quickly. Even that mid contention they've got, I said again, they get very good at getting their first frag there, or even the smoke off the checkpoints. And at that point there, they're just running all the way back through T-spawn. Fugly's locking them down as well. He keeps pushing the B apartments. No one's there. He keeps time and time again pushing there without any contention, getting that information. He gets all the way to T-spawning and see no one was middle, no one was T-spawning. Can it be one B? One place is going to be. That's going to be A. So they need to start working out and watching their flanks especially.
Yeah, I was about to say, they keep saying four back to A, depositing Cutler in middle. Why not just send 3 A? It's about all the smokes you need for the default take onto A side anyways. And then just have someone waiting for Fugly. Because at this point, you've got the read. Fugly's always coming right behind us.
Yep.
If you kill him, well, then things get... And if you kill him actually when there's enough time still left in the round, then you know that a B player is down. And if you can wait a little bit longer, the CT defense is going to kind of shift out, maybe 2B, 2A, and then your execute's going to be a lot easier. So still taking that tactical pause, thinking it through. And also, a tough decision to make right here. Getting into the latter part of the first half, and your money's still not great for this round.
What they can do, they've got the loss bonus on their side, obviously. I think they go for the PT50s, perhaps, not Tech 9s, get some smokes on their side, get a bomb down, and experiment how the set piece actually goes from straight off the bat, get the bomb down and see how the CTs react to it, how well they hold it. That'll give you a good thermometer, really, of how well they can handle it on the gun rounds. But I think we're actually ready to go back into it now. So quite a short pause there. I think they've worked out what they're going to do. But at the same time now, Liquid have been given that opportunity to have a pause as well. Wouldn't be surprised if they do something a little bit more aggressive now, just to kind of shut down the predictable change of pace from the Ts.
Okay, here it is. Well, actually, the one round that CLG has came on the back of just all PT50s.
Yeah, you're right.
So there's that to think about.
You're absolutely right, yeah.
Using science, this is CLG's best chance to win a round. Right here. 2 Kevlars, 1 full armor and helmet combination, and looks like they are maybe taking your advice. You can see 4 people ready to just kind of explode out here, kind of find out what's going on in the site. Look at that, the opening comes. JDM finds it with that P250, but Elige is there to lock it down. Cutler finally finds him, so 3-on-3 for the time being. Bomb still not planted. Down in the site, but not in a way that is beneficial towards the terrorists. Cutler in a pretty good spot to maybe catch a Dren, but no, a Dren too fast. Flowsick moving through, kind of clearing these corners, and the bomb will finally go down. So all in all, successful round so far. CLG maybe still in it. Sanks is very close. He gets into that 1-hit, 1-kill range, and he pop flashes in, but Flowsick had a buddy, and that was Fugly through the box. Nicely done from Flowsick, but still costly for what that round was from CLG.
It's actually been a lot more effective in a lot of their rounds, their gun rounds. PT50s and no utility, just running into the bomb site, managing to get some opening frags. For me, that kind of suggests you should probably pick up the pace a little bit with the gun rounds, get into the bomb site fast, split from Palace, split from lower ramp on A, go have one player middle, kind of getting their rotations. Give that a go. Like the slow pace stuff really isn't working. They're not getting enough picks to justify the pace of play right now.
Okay, so the ops back on both teams again, and Adren and JDM with both of those. It looks like kind of awaiting a mid push. There was some early aggression. I think the first rifle round from Team Liquid, they came very aggressive out towards middle, but once again, the mid control. And it doesn't look like they're going for a mid to B split that we kind of want to see from them.
This is something a bit faster. This is actually better. So they've got to connect fast, get that opening frag, and I don't know why they haven't been doing this before. This is great. They're Fugly again. He's almost out of the game now. Look how much faster he has to go. Yeah. And the fact he hasn't been given so much time to gather the information, now it's almost useless. The bomb's already down.
but he's still quite far away. And they've actually planted for the ramp slash CT side. So now his flank's actually not too effective because he's coming out on the farther side, and it's well covered by Tarek. Still trying to stay alive here. Is it Dren as well? Can he get that shot into window? No, we're going to miss. It was close. Second shot to no avail. Sanks thinking about going back for another one. Third shot. Not the easiest one. Fourth shot. I guess I'm just going to keep counting at this point. I might as well. I've committed this far. And there it is. Four misses for him. And 3 alive. Faster split towards the A site, and CLG finally get one.
So, 9-2. That was actually much better. Like I said, the faster paced gameplay, it takes Fugly out of the mix there. He keeps pushing and causing trouble for them in terms of gathering information. That completely took him out of the equation. They sped it up, go in, frag for frag. The sparse setup that the CTs are employing, they're playing quite not together. There's no crossfires there, just playing off each other. And now it looks like they're actually going towards a B side.
Uh-oh.
So maybe they're going to pick it up yet again and just try and do something a little bit more bursty as they go into a bomb site now.
But the one thing is, when they're actually mid-aggression comes in, Adren will go down, and you've got Elige pushing up, so he finds a kill there. They do get the entry onto the B bomb site, however. Tarek finds that, and he shuts down the player trying to come up that catwalk. Smokes out the window, and will not give that peek to Adren. He'll toss that Molotov in, smoke to the other side as well, and Tarek to just post up on those chairs. How convenient for him between those two smokes. And this 3-on-3, the retake situation, and the first time I think that CLG has seen B on a rifle round. Oh, Tarek didn't have much cover from the other side. CT's able to move in. We'll take him down. They spotted JDM hand over face for like a 10-second flash. He was so blind, and now they're pushing in. JDM, though, will peek out and find one. There's a player on the bomb. Oh. Can he stop this, though? He jumps down.
Okay.
That was nearly his, though. He deked that other player.
I felt like there was no kill. I can see Adren actually did have one, but it felt like like an eternity, that 5 seconds. That could have gone either way. Had he somehow picked up that crazy frag there, it could have gone very wrong for Liquid very quickly. But there we go. They balance things out. And the thing I've kind of noticed now, Fugly is in the B bomb site completely alone. They're not shutting that down or punishing that enough. Now I think they've kind of seen that he's being the one sat there by himself, pushing once he gets bored. So I think now they've ascertained that, they can probably play off it a little bit more, go for the pick, and work out what's going on, whether there is just one man playing there.
So, end of the catwalk, smoke coming down from the terrace. This will allow them to, Molotov flash, even smoke the window. Adren, oh, nice, actually. He will extinguish it and keep the right side of his window open. Oh, and he will jump, actually, find Sanks. Molotov out from him. Elige finding the opener, though. He'll bring down Cutler. That was from the connector. Elige peeking out, aggressive in towards middle. Adren still in that window. And Flosik also pinching here from the catwalk. So it's a very difficult situation for them, and Elige finds another. Flow6 in a good position. This is a nice crossfire setup. Hazed almost brought down by it, down to 7 HP, and will be spotted. Finally, Flow6 brings that one home, and it is just JDM and Sanks alive in a 2 versus 5. So like a brief 1-round success there from CLG, and then now it's 2 rounds lost in a row. It looks like
for them. 2-on-5 situation. It looks like they will get shut down here. Flosik does take down JDM, and Sanks, the merc for this team, is the left in a 5-1 situation. As Flosik will take him down as well. This is like almost day and night compared to what Liquid were on D-Train. Like, It seems like they've woken up. They're hitting all their shots. This is even their map. And we said before, like, they don't favor this map. They've been owned on it online, And now all of a sudden it's 11-2. But to be fair, even if they do win 11-4, for example, like if CLG can find a couple more rounds or take these last 2, there's still a possibility. There's no reason why they can't bring it back and do the same thing to them. That's the beauty of Mirage. Is when you get flowing on CT like this, it's very easy to keep the momentum going.
I can't count on both of my hands how many 11-4s I've cast that have then went 11-4 into OT on Mirage. It's insane how often it happens. Will they even get 4, though? Coming in here, Flosik now finding the entries off of that catwalk, doing a good job. Tarek hitting, bringing down Elige. We know that he's that A player, and actually they are falling. JDM gets one. 4-on-3 now. Bomb still not into that A site, however, and Nitro holding with that op from CT. And it's actually, Nitro with the op. I don't know if I can't remember if he started the round with it or has picked it up from a Dren. Either way, at the disadvantage. Cutler out towards middle, though, still finding frags. Apparently CLG should just use pistols.
You're actually right. They seem to actually be winning rounds when they have pistols, either it's just P250s, one guy in armor, or they get Tech 9s with nothing whatsoever, or they just do a very fast A split. And every time they get the full gun round in, they go back to this very slow play, and nothing really seems to happen for them. I think they just kept it loose, kept it fast. They'd probably get a lot better. For a lot, we know they're great fraggers. We know they can kill people. They've got some amazing people on the team. Tarek especially has been doing amazing work. But they're just like stifling themselves by going so slow and forcing themselves to plant before they even get to a bomb site. Like, there's 10 seconds left on the clock before they've even entered.
All right, some smoke's coming in.
This is better. It looks a bit faster.
Yeah, this is the fake, though, kind of trying to telegraph that A take. Now they're turning around completely into the B site. Again, you said they kind of determined Fugly playing the Lone Ranger on B. They know that Flow6 on the catwalk and that he normally pushes. However, having thrown this, running into a smoke wall over at B themselves, they now have started playing very, very slow. And not only are they playing slow, but they've got double op set up on the T side, so that's going to slow things down by default. And back towards middle is where it is. Still geared up towards B with the bomb in the apartments. Elysian, that connector, has been quite deadly from there. And Flow6 back out to his aggressive catwalk position. Actually opting to go up into the ladder room. Smoke into the connector, but I think that went behind Elige. So Elige pushing forward. Sanks, he's like, oh, I threw the smoke. There's no way someone's in there, but he's been pushed up in the connector every single time, so not checking it seems a bit like a mistake. And now Team Liquid have that man advantage 4-on-3.
Yeah, very difficult round again. Again, the clock ticking away. Time is against them now, and it goes down to a 3-on-2 situation. Fugly, he's been playing this B-bomb side phenomenally. He gets the information, he knows when to push, and when they have come to him, he's locking them down. It's a 3-on-1 situation now. JDM does take on Fugly, but 12-3 in favor of Team Liquid. Completely different performance from them. I don't know how they've kind of pulled that back. But one thing to know, right? When CLG played Cash against Cloud9, they went down 13-2. Yeah. And they still managed to pull it back, and they lost in overtime, but that was to show the kind of mentality they've got. They can stay strong through this. And they've got an extra round to play over here. It's 12-3. It's not even 13-2. So
that is quite a bit better. Not as good as... It's funny how like drastic the one-round difference is. Like then we'd be saying, oh, 11-4, so much better than 12-3. 10-5, so much better than that. But I feel like these maps the results are just reversed. This is what I expected from Team Liquid on Train. And then here is what I would have expected, you know, CLG with the 12 here on Mirage, but it's completely the other way. So
you can see the Hayes actually getting the 2-for-14 bomb for CLG. That's not going to help. That's going to be a bad time.
Better than 0-15. You got to look at the positives. The 0-15 dream. Have you pulled one of those in a scrim or in your professional career?
Never.
There you go.
Do you know who you're talking to?
That's what I like to hear. I actually don't. I never watched Source at all.
Well, let me tell you, one day I'll give you a lesson. We'll watch some YouTube videos.
Do you have a frag video?
I've got loads.
Nice, I'll look them up later. All the CS Source fans are like, this Helium guy is such a scrub. And you're probably thinking that as well. All right, into the pistol, round 16 we go. We do have a kit for JDM, some armor coming out. A bit of nades, utility coming out on the T side. A couple decoys, so maybe they'll try to sell a fake or cover the footsteps with those. And
we'll
3 armors.
They've got 3 armors, utility to play with, so 2 smoke grenades. I assume with the bomb going towards B, they're leaving it up there as well. They're going to probably try and sell a fake towards A, perhaps. Smokes go down and then burst into B, try and thin out the CTs a little bit of rotations. It's yet to be seen how that will go down. CLG will smoke off the B apartments here. And this is the fake now. I guess that they're going to try and work in, get some sort of attention towards the A bomb side. They can find a frag here. Nothing at all. This is quite interesting. Maybe they know about this strat. They've seen it before, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 NA teams. They should have the scouting done for each other. 4-on-4 like that. And now into the B offensive. They will get it, clearing out that bench and the bomb to go down. And Adren's still kind of lurking about. He's in that ladder room. If he catches anyone, it'll be Hayes coming through. You've got Cutler coming up in the top apartments for the retake. It's Hayes with the kit. So the kit now way out of the sight. Even if Cutler were to pull the heroics here and it killed these 3 terrorist players, at that point, no time for him. This will be difficult. Does have armor? Do you save the armor here?
It's next to impossible, right? Like, the bomb's down and 3 players alive. Unless he goes for some sort of crazy ninja right now. Go for a ninja.
He actually can't do it. He's looking for the kit, but the one player with it died on catwalk. If it was the other way, if it was that bench, he actually maybe could have.
There we go. So that was kind of interesting. So they went for the full-on A fake there. It was kind of convincing for me. There was smokes going down the stairs. They locked out the vision. 2 players jumping around, but you saw it. Like, the CTs just didn't want to move whatsoever. They just kind of locked it down. That's maybe an insight to what the counter strat, perhaps watching them in the previous iterations of the games. But there we go. It's going to be 13-3 in favor of Team Liquid.
But even actually on the cash with Cloud9, didn't it go another round in favor of Cloud9, like somewhat early, and CLG still?
I can't remember that
I can't
exact.
quite remember. We didn't cast that one. We were just watching it.
I casted it.
Oh, did you?
I was there. Yeah.
I didn't.
I was there in
cast
real
it.
life.
Nice.
But
IRL.
I just don't remember anything.
All right, so a nice mix. MP7, MAC-10, and 2 AK tier 4 Team Liquid. Still do have to contend with these double scouts, and it's actually Sanks and Cutler involved in quite a battle. Fugly grabbing one of them. We've got Nitro up towards that nook in middle, and Team Liquid trying to work this back to B. So quite different than what we saw from CLG. It was like A almost every single round from them, and already Team Liquid can diversify it up.
So they have got 2 scouts on their side as well. Tarek and JDM are going to be appointment for that. And it looks like Cutler's going to get some contention here. He's got the MP7. We see players like Get Right play this position so much with a pop flashbang.
Yeah, no flash though here.
So he's going to have to try and force it. Like he has to just hope he can catch him off guard. They may have just spotted him there. I don't think they did, but there could have been a chance here. He's got such a difficult job here. Players of AKs coming in, and that's him taken down. Pretty easy work. And this has got to make the decision now. Are you really going to retake the bomb site with no kit, 2 scouts, and a PT-50? Is that going to happen?
I think you definitely go for the save. Just try to stretch that second round force buy into another chance in the third round. There's really no reason to even be pressuring this or looking for the exits. Because what you kill a guy that has a submachine gun, then he probably just buys a rifle.
Yeah.
Well, if he kept the submachine gun, he'd probably just keep the submachine gun into the next round. So Tarek now the last one. He does find 1 kill for himself, but I'm sure he's being hunted. Gets up on top of that ticket, will hop over, and Nitro to find him. So, Counter Logic Gaming up against the wall right now on map 2.
Yeah, they kind of had to force out though. Like, they're really up against it right now. They needed to find some sort of magic, something to get them back into the game. I think you are right. I think against Cloud9 they did lose a pistol, but they forced it, and they got back into it. That was the whole romance of the story. But now they're in a horrible position. They're facing match point. Team Liquid on 14 rounds. They've gone for full silence USPs. Literally nothing to play with. 1 flashbang for the dream of coming back and not going to match point.
Yeah, and we've seen them so good with the P250s because they can somehow work their way and get close and find the one-shots, but there's no hope of that with the USPs. And holding on to this, so many Molotovs going down, just clearing out the positions, and you know it does block the sight lines a little bit, but both ways. I think that backfired for Elige as he was brought down. So a couple kills from the CTs, but that's about all. Nitro just pulling down 3 just like that. Now Cutler alone here, Fugly with the final one. So CLG, their first rifle round, could also be the last round of this match.
So they fully killed that one, which is probably their best bet, really. They could have forced that and it would have been a very similar outcome, in my opinion. Now they have rifles to play with. They have the smokes to kind of get the original choke points locked off. But with the 5 AKs and the money they have right now, they can fool around. They can just rush places. They can experiment. They can just go man for man. They don't really have to do anything too tactical at this stage of the game. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of approach they take on this one.
Yep, CLG entering Mirage Rehab as it's a 12-step program to get into OT here. And that's going to be very, very tough. CLG's Tarek, however, does find Elige. Fugly getting low as well, and he goes down to Sanks. This is all towards that B site. Nitro, another entry. Tarek still trying to lock it down, gets one. Flowsick and Nitro there. So into the 2-on-2 retake scenario. Money still tight even after that full eco, so they are saving their kits here.
No kit to speak of as well. So they really need to get their skates on if they're going to get a kill here. And Nitro actually opens it up. Hazed with a mounted decline made with a perfect flash. And that is going to be it. He can't scrape the victory. And that's going to bring it to 1-1 in maps. What a fantastic turnaround for Team Liquid. Judging by their first performance on D-Train, you kind of thought, well, they're definitely not showing up to this match. It looks like they've been outclassed on almost every part of the map. They had no real answer to their tactics CLG were employing. Their CT side was pretty poor. They lost 6 in a row on the CT side. But all of a sudden, it's 16-3 in favor of Team Liquid. It wasn't even their map.
Yeah,
how has that
exactly.
happened? What's
and
going
they had
on?
no results. Like, there's no way to predict that. If you look at the data, the prediction was CLG wins this easily 2-0 after the train performance. And now we get to set. This is the first best of 3 that's gone 3 maps for the whole tournament.
I think you're actually right.
I'm not quite sure what's going on the main stage with Cloud9 Mouse Sports, but that has potential to go 3 maps as well.
So we got the stats up there. Let's look for the top fraggers there. Tarek, again, doing a very strong performance. 15 frags for him. We can see Alige getting 20 frags of his own. Fugly with 18. It looks like there was actually a pretty good performance of Team Liquid as a team. No one really slacked that much. But if you go over to CLG, we can see again, Hayes, I think he had 2 frags after the first half, manages to pick up 3 more. Pretty horrible performance from him. He's not going to be too happy with that. But when your team's getting battered like that, I think it's more the tactical approach they took to the game. They're running the clock down so much, being forced to do bomb plants. If you're not even put in a position to get frags, it's very difficult to convert anything into it. But there we go. JDM had some moments of a few frags there, but ultimately was pretty useless as well. I can't really think of any moments where it looked like CLG could get back.